It's y'all new Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy on Power 106, and we are joined with a bright young star. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
I'm a mom, so I get in my little mom bag. You're like, lady, I'm a man.
No.
Xolo Maridueña, thank you so much for checking in with us and coming
Thank you for having me.
You are, first of all, you're Power Family.
Yes.
Because your mom, shout out to Carmelita, she was a producer on our world famous Wake Up Show with Sway and Tech. And I know that must have meant you grew up around a lot of hip hop talk.
No, definitely a lot of hip hop talk. But I think the funniest part now, the part that's the most surreal, is I'll be scrolling on Instagram and I'll be looking at like a Biggie freestyle or an Eminem freestyle. And then I'll be like, that woman in the background looks familiar.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And I'm like, but my mom is so chill about it.
Right.
She's always like, like they were cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
That was a time in my life.
I was like, Tech 9, what do you mean?
Yeah, dude.
But no, she's I've had a really big influence, because of her, and she's the best mom ever, on top of how legendary she is in kind of the radio industry. So it's funny because I'm kind of doing my own thing, but it all comes full circle because I get to be here and be close to kind of like something that was so big to her. It's all very serendipitous in that.
Yeah, she roamed the same hallways you just walked into.
Yeah, for real.
That's
she was
cool.
no, she was like stomping these hallways.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah, definitely. You have to be, especially to work
Yeah.
on a show with like Sway and Tech's Wake Up Show. But I do feel like that. So I hope. My 3 sons are listening to you right now. 2 of them are toddlers, probably not. But the fact that you think it's cool, because to them, I'm not cool. To them, like,
you don't realize it at that age.
Cool. No, they like my oldest son likes K-pop and stuff like that. Like, I could be like, dude, you want to meet J. Cole? He'd be like, no. Like,
Jermaine Cole?
Yeah,
what?
What
No?
about BTS? No. But the fact that you think like what your mom did, you can appreciate it.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't even know if she was the one that got me into hip hop. Like, obviously she had a very, very big influence, but I think, one of the things that, growing up, she was very much like I wasn't allowed to curse or anything like that. And the music was very, no curse words and stuff like that, which was ironic because she came from this world.
That, so free speech. Let me say my stuff.
She was like, this music is misogynistic, so you're not listening to it. And then, as I got older, I think it was Good Kid, Mad City was like one of the first like hip hop albums that I was like, whoa, this is amazing.
Right.
I want to like listen to so much of this. And then finally, then I would have, the weekly conversation with my mom, like, have you ever heard of Public Enemy? And she's like, yes, fool, I've heard of Public Enemy. Or De La Soul or Tribe or whatever. And,
that's awesome. So she basically like, let you come to her about it. She didn't press it on you.
Yeah, exactly. Then she was, and then I would come to her with some people and she'd be like, no, don't listen to them.
Someone you are a fan of, and I saw literally, I lurked through your Instagram, is Big Chance the Rapper, Acid Rap fan.
Yeah.
And when I saw Acid Rap, I'm like a hip hop head too. Like my older brother, he's 12 years older than I am, and he's the one that showed me hip hop. And I felt like I was really young, and I was like talking about Wu-Tang and talking about like, oh my God, Tribe Called Quest. And he's like, if you're gonna learn hip hop, you're gonna learn like the real ones. You're not just gonna listen to whatever is playing right now. And like acid rap to me, what it looks like to an outsider is like, what is he talking about? Yeah. But when you really listen to the music and the melodics of Chance the Rapper, like that is a piece of art. That's music.
No, definitely. And I think it's funny because that was one of the first, when he did the acid rap like tour, that was one of the first concerts that I ever went to.
Wow.
And that I was in like the 8th grade. It was at the Shrine Expo over at USC, right nearby. And I just remember being so, just like the sound of it, and you hear the influence of Kanye and like that gospel kind of that sound, and I really enjoy it. I don't partake in acid or anything like that, so I can't relate to like what to what that
That's why
that
I think
is
I was
like.
gonna
But
get it.
But it's almost like I'm
living
living vicariously.
Yeah.
My mother would be proud. I'm staying at home. But no, I really love Chance, but really I just love hip hop, and I think it's, hip hop is one of those things that you can always kind of come back to,
right? And
especially as it's we're heading into like this new wave of kind of hip hop, and it's interesting seeing the Snoops and the Dre's. Like, I mean, we just saw them at the Super Bowl. Like, seeing them kind of evolve into this next stage of their life is really, really interesting, because now they're kind of like on the encore phase. Like, they're just like, all right, I kind of did my thing. Now I'll just do what I want. But there's some hungry rappers out there too, you know?
I love that. And you know, I could tell you really care about it. You're just 20. You can't even drink yet, Xolo.
No, I know.
You have like a full-on observation of growth in hip-hop. Who are you?
Yeah, there we go, yeah.
Have you heard?
It's because I can't drink. If I could drink,
I'd
be like,
who cares?
Who cares? I just like hustle, whatever, yeah.
No, but I know that you're doing something huge, whether, and I know it might be something you don't try to pay attention to too much because it might be a lot of pressure, but for you to be in the first Latino-centered superhero movie with DC's Blue Beetle, right?
Yeah.
It feels good to even just get a role. I'm sure if this is your passion, if this is your career, but to see what that might mean for little boys and girls that are Hispanic, little boys that look like you, Xolo. I look at your photos, you could be my child, literally. No, not like that, but like that. And it's like, but the fact that you have that and you become that example, even if it's just visual of what they could be too.
No, absolutely. I mean, that at the beginning was pressure. Right. I think at the beginning, you know, I had this sense of feeling like almost like imposter syndrome, like how because like there was no audition process, there was no anything. They were just like, this is you, we would like you to do this. And I think that kind of got into my head at the beginning of it, being like, I don't deserve this opportunity, like they've only seen me on one thing, I didn't even audition for this, what if I fail, but I think, you know, that all of that is just the ego side of me talking, you know, the ego side that says, Xolo, you don't want to fail. Xolo, you don't want to look dumb on camera. This is, you know, your first opportunity at this. But what I had to realize very quickly, otherwise it would have just been so detrimental. And, you know, because I am so young, and there's no like, you know, doing this for dummies book that I could be like, step one, breathe or whatever, you know? So I just really had to realize that this project is for everyone else, is for people, is for the audience.
You're good.
Is for the audience, and visibility is so important. You know, seeing yourself represented in a positive way, because you know, there's Latinos that we've seen in movies, but it's the gangbanger, the housemaid, the roles, person struggling with immigration. You know, so we've seen those stories before, but to see, you know, a Latino in positive light, and who's the hero of the story, you know, and the family and like that whole aspect of it, I think is going to be really crazy for the world. I think it's going to, you know, really show the world that Latinos are not a monolith. You know, I feel like a lot of the times in the Latino community, in the Asian community, it's like Latinos are Mexican and Asians are Chinese, but you go to Panama, you know, Honduras, you know, Ecuador, you even within Mexico, like it's different from the south to the north, you know, so getting to see that in a movie, I think is going to be super impactful, you know, because it's going to show people like, guys, come on, like it's not all the same, even like there's light-skinned Latinos. Canelo is a Latino, and you're like, dude, wait, that dude's not Irish?
Ginger-ass Latino, but he's Mexican.
So, you know, like, I think that is something that, you know, because, you know, sometimes you don't grow up around it, so you don't know. But it's like, that's how it is, and dude, we're making a whole universe here, and it's like, it's going to be savage.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And, you know, I think that when you step into that role and it really comes to fruition, and we're seeing you on red carpets for it, we're seeing movie premieres for it, it's going to hit a little bit harder. And, you know, like, I can only imagine my sons, who are like my youngest, 2 and 4, that are probably going to be walking around wearing Blue Beetle stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, how cool is that?
That like the action figures and stuff.
Right.
I'm like, they better put muscles on me. Or something. But that, I mean, and that is just, I mean, it's a blessing. I really can't say much other than that. But I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to do my best. And the part that is, I think that gives me the most surety is knowing that the team around it is really like-minded, you know.
Right.
It's, you know, it's Latinos that are writing the story. It's a Latino directing the story, you know. So it's, you know, from all ends, behind the camera, in front of the camera, we're tackling this from a sense of authenticity. It's not a PSA. Mm-hmm. It's not like a, you know, let's force everyone to be Latino. It's just a you know, a city and like a world where there's, you know, like Los Angeles,
Facts.
where you're like,
the
population is half Latino.
Right.
Why are we not in more of the movies? Why
Facts.
is it? Why, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just we're just, you know,
we here.
Yeah,
and we
it's
popping.
just like, yeah, it's just
be
here.
like us.
It's here, but it's not a thing.
Right.
It's not like look, guys, you know, we're doing this thing and we're pushing the needle. It's like, no, this is like it's just a story about a Latino family, and I can't say too much else.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like, do you get bit by a blue beetle? Does the Juba go in your ear? What creates the blue beetle?
There's someone from DC under the table.
Is the beetle a crip? How does this happen? Like, how do you become the blue guy?
A ray gun under the table, ready to vaporize me if I say anything.
Hilarious.
No, I can't. That's you know, that's what I can say on that front. But it's gonna be really special.
Yeah.
And I can't. I just want to start filming it already, and I want it to be out already. So it'll be a good time.
Do people ever trip out on your name? Because it's Xolo, but it's pronounced Xolo, and of course we know what that term means.
Yeah. It's actually pronounced Xolo, like SHOLO. No. I wasn't. No. And no, to be quite honest, I think I really had the craziest phenomenon recently. You know, the name is Aztec, you know, and it means the North Star. It's also the breed of a dog who, in like the Aztec folklore, guides people. I don't know if you guys
saw
Coco
dog.
Yeah, exactly. It's that dog, right? Who helps people, you know, travel from the plane that we live on to the afterlife, right? Yeah. And you know, obviously Starbucks is never going to get it or whatever, but you know, it is crazy, kind of. I always just figured I was going to be correcting people my whole life, but you know, the more that like Cobra Kai has picked up, and the more that like this Blue Beetle stuff is starting, like people are just starting to say my name right off the rip, and it's really crazy because I just figured like, and also I didn't really mind it, you know, like it. I think my name is so unique, you know, that it's kind of like it's one of those things that's like, yeah, people will say it however they say it, but you know, as long as I like make sure to correct them when like,
it's memorable, dude.
Yeah, it's a blessing and like but at the beginning maybe it was a little bit, maybe I resented it a little bit, but you know, the other part that I didn't even mention is that it's my middle name. Like it's not even my first name, and I think it's really special having like my first name that like my mom calls me or my dad calls me that nobody really knows about, and you know, like it's public, it's not like it's hidden or anything like that, but it's kind of nice to have like the name something that's not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like something to kind of have that's intimate for my family and whatnot, because it's not like I have a nickname or like a stage name or anything like that. So that part has actually been kind of fun too.
How has Starbucks got it wrong? What has been one of
I just
the
say
wildest...
Anthony.
Hilarious.
No, I just say my best buddies.
If you ever try Xolo, they're going to be like, what?
No, I just say Anthony.
Shaq, here's your order.
Yeah, it'll just be a malfunction. It'll look like wingdings on the on the cup. No, but no, I just say Anthony. Nice. There's times where like if I'm feeling a little like spicy, I'll be like Xolo and see like what's up, but usually they just look up, or I'll say, here's what happens actually. I'll go Xolo, XOLO, and then they'll go X, and then they'll be like, wait, someone's name actually has an X on it? I didn't hear the rest of the name.
So it's just X.
So they'll just be like X, and then they'll look back up at me, and I'll be like OLO, and they'll be like O, and they'll look back up at me, I'm like, it's 4 letters.
It's like they're learning
and two
again.
of them are repeating.
Yeah,
I'm like, but no, but it's, you know, I get it. Like,
you know what that sounds like though? It sounds like a household name, because it needs to be that unique that only you have it. Granted, there's probably going to be a lot of other people named Xolo after this. If I ever have another son, look, I'm going back to my Aztec lineage.
There's it's and that's like the shortened down version. It's a bunch of letters and whatnot. Xolo Sweetly, I think is the
That's
whole name.
beautiful, dude.
But
your mom
didn't
had
fit
to
on the
have been.
Scantron,
That's
so.
how I know your mom's hip hop like that. Because in hip hop, it's like
she
intentional.
had to get on the she got the owie. Yeah, she was
Right?
no, it was super intentional.
And your sister's name is Ocean.
Yeah, Ocean.
So I'm saying it.
No. I'll handle the names.
Okay.
No. Yeah, my sister's name is Oshun. You know,
Right.
who's she's in Orisha. It's like a deity in Yoruba in the religion that we practice. So we got funky names left and right.
That's awesome.
But good funky.
Yeah. Man, the pressure's on in the future when you have your own family, not gonna lie. You can't name him like Aiden.
Yeah.
Like, it can't be like that.
No. The pressure is gonna be on.
It has to be like Sachimulti.
Shit, I'm gonna ask Elon Musk for some advice.
What equation can I name my child?
Yeah. It's me and his kid are the only two kids, and all the Javieres in the world.
Facts.
We're
with the X's.
Representing the X names.
Yeah. No, you talked about Cobra Kai too. We can't talk to you without mentioning that what you've done in Cobra Kai has really made a name for yourself. Like you said, like I know you've been in acting since you were a kid. It was in Parenthood.
Yeah. And I started. That was like the first thing that I ever worked on that was on television. Yeah.
Wow. But now this kind of set your name apart. This is like the thing people know you for. How much love do you have for Cobra Kai?
Oh man, oodles.
Yeah.
Oodles of love.
So
I mean the opportunity to be on Netflix, I think, is what kind of really set a new path. We had filmed the third season with the intention of it kind of being the end.
Right.
Like we were on YouTube Premium at the time, and they had kind of announced that they wanted to stay away from the scripted stuff and focus more on like the reality side of stuff. So they were just like, we think that the third season is probably going to be the last season. And then, we had a whole year off where I was like, okay, that was fun. That was cool.
Guys.
Peace out, guys. Like, we didn't really finish the story, but but thanks anyways,
Yeah.
And then we got picked up by Netflix, and that was truly like an overnight phenomenon.
Wow.
I'd gotten on a call with the creators a few days prior, and they were like, Xolo, your life is going to change when this happens. Like, I know you think like we're just joshing or like we said that when we were on YouTube, so whatever, but they were like, it's actually going to be crazy. And I believed them, but you have no sense of, I couldn't even fathom what was about to happen. And now it's like Brazil love, like you truly see how big not only martial arts was, but the movie The Karate Kid was to so many people around the world. Dude, it came out at a time where there were like 3 blockbuster movies or like 3 summer movies every year. It was like that year it was Ghostbusters, Indiana Jones, and Karate Kid. And those 3 and Back to the Future. But like, and those movies just replay and getting to see like grandparents who love Cobra Kai and who took their children to see the original Karate Kid, who took their children to, who are watching Cobra, like that part is the most surreal, but it's the most fun too, because you get to connect with children and adults, and of course all the adults come for, everyone comes for, Ralph Macchio and William Zabka, but they kind of stay for some of the other storylines.
And become a fan of you. There's no way you can't be a fan
they're like,
of you,
who is
dude.
this? Yeah, who is this little brownie on the screen? Yeah, that's...
No, thank you so much for coming by. It's exciting just to see you even at this place in your career, because it's a taste of what's to come, and just keep that light. I know you do. I know if your mom's a hip hop mom, she's gonna make sure it's like, yo, we gotta move with purpose, and not just any hip hop head. It's some wake up show stuff. She's gonna make sure you wake up you literally seek the path that you're on, and I just love that for you.
It was destined.
For sure.
I couldn't have. My mother wouldn't have allowed it. So. No, but thank you guys for having me. This was. I hope you guys have me on again once I come back from filming. Yeah. We'll chop it up.
No,
again.
I'm gonna be on the red carpet of Blue Beetle, and I'm gonna be like Anthony, so that I know you turn around, because that's the trick.
There we go.
Find out what celebrities' first names are, like low key. Like if everyone's yelling Rihanna, she's not gonna turn around. But if you say Robin, which is her name, she's gonna be like, what? And now you got her. So I got you. That's a trick, you guys.
There we go. Chance will still have not dropped music by that point.
Hilarious.
But,
Nor will Kendrick, maybe.
Not. Nope, no Kendrick, no Chance.
Now you made me sad. I
There we
was
go.
so happy.
I
Now
Kid
you made
Cudi
me
did.
sad.
There we go. No. But
Before
thank
you leave, though, I need this hair care regimen.
Oh, got you.
You got it going on, bro.
Okay.
Not gonna lie.
So here's what I do. I wash it maybe like once every 5-ish days. And but I do wet it every day.
To fluff it up, no?
No,
like
not even just because we're like working out and I'm
bounce
sweating.
in that hair.
Yeah, there's some bounce. This is like I was sleeping and I do the starfish, so I'm rolling around in my bed.
Hilarious.
And but no, nothing, no like product
Really?
or anything. No, I'm blessed with nice thick hair.
Right.
And I hope it stays.
Facts.
But luckily,
You're
like,
20
I
and
know.
it's full
I was
by
like
23.
I was like looking at my mom's lineage, like the men in her family. I was like, let me do some research over here. But I think I'm good at least for a couple more years. But I'll keep it long just in case.
Do you know what the Edgar cut is?
No.
Oh, you don't?
The Edgar cut?
Come on, Xolo.
No.
Okay.
Is it? No.
Just Google it on your own time because
Okay.
I think the Edgar cut would be great on you.
Okay, the Edgar. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find out if this is a joke after.
It is, but it makes sense. Shout out to Fools Gone Wild for that one. No, thank you for checking in. Please come again whenever you have something. We'd love to have you. Like I said, your power family already by way of DNA. Shout out to Carmelita.
There we go. Thanks, Ma.
On New Power Mornings with Letty and Teddy.